Where you see Canada has struggled over the last 15-20 years was to build out the infrastructure required to diversify markets. And I'm not just talking about oil, where everybody typically goes to. The need of interconnected grids across the regions is an important asset that could strengthen and make Canada more resilient. Interprovincial trade, which is another high topic, and port facilities. And not only is it about linear infrastructure for electricity and pipelines, but it's also about rail infrastructure, basically the ability for Canada to drain itself east, west, and north, as opposed to south. The optionality would have presented Canada incredible strength. There's tariffs and there's retaliatory tariffs. Both are generally negative in terms of the economic impact of the country they're being applied to. So you export things going out, you increase the costs of those commodities in other markets. You tariff things coming in. You tariff things going out, you increase the costs of those, either reduce the competitiveness of those commodities internationally or increase the costs in those markets. You tariff things coming in, you have the same impact. You increase the cost of those imports coming in to improve the competitiveness of your domestic industries. But that assumes the domestic industry can ramp up rapidly. And also what the effect is driving the price higher in the domestic economy so your industry can compete against competitors that are better at it. And so that ultimately, the impact is it drives inflation into the system, and somebody's going to have to pay. It comes down to the duration of these impacts, then the predictability of them, and we've seen they're unpredictable, and the duration is unknown. But all indications are that we could be in this for a little while. So I think patience, resilience, and this is a time for Canadians to tie themselves together on these issues and look for commonalities. Those issues that may have been dividing us that are relatively minor compared to this are ones to put on the shelf for a while and figure out how we can work together to do the things that Canada needs to do to connect the country and to protect our sovereignty.